Welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a very special machine, one that blends racing history with futuristic engineering. This is the 2025 Honda RC166, and if that name rings a bell, it should. The original RC166 was a 250cc six-cylinder Grand Prix motorcycle from the 1960s that completely dominated the racetrack. Now, in 2025, Honda has reimagined that legend with modern tech, while staying true to its heritage. So let's break down exactly what makes this bike so special, from its looks, to the way it rides, and of course, what it'll cost you if you're thinking of adding it to your garage. First, let's talk about the styling. The 2025 RC166 is a visual tribute to its 1960s predecessor, but with a modern twist. You've got that sleek, low-slung racing profile, a long, narrow fuel tank, and a beautifully sculpted fairing that feels like it came straight out of a MotoGP wind tunnel. The bodywork is minimalist but purposeful, with sharp lines and vintage curves that give it an unmistakable silhouette. The front features a single round LED headlight tucked neatly into the front cowl, and the rear has that classic racer tailpiece with an integrated LED brake light. Everything about the exterior screams precision and performance. The paint options are inspired by Honda's classic racing colors, red, white, and silver, with subtle gold accents that highlight its premium craftsmanship. It's elegant, aggressive, and absolutely dripping with nostalgia. Now once you hop on, you really feel the fusion of old and new. The cockpit is a rider's dream. Instead of a bulky digital dash, Honda has gone for a clean, semi-digital layout that combines analog dials with a crisp TFT screen in the center. It shows everything you need: speed, gear position, fuel range, ride modes, but in a way that doesn't overwhelm you. The clip-on handlebars are low and aggressive, but Honda's engineers have made subtle adjustments to the ergonomics so that even on longer rides, it's not a backbreaker. The seat is surprisingly comfortable for something so performance-focused. Honda has used a premium Alcantara-like material, and there's just enough cushioning to keep things civilized. Under the seat, you'll even find a small compartment with USB-C charging, modern conveniences tucked into a retro body. But let's get to what really matters: performance. And this is where the new RC166 earns its name. Under the fairing is a brand new 250cc inline-six engine. Yes, you heard that right, 6 cylinders, 250cc, revving to an insane 20,000 RPM. Honda didn't just build this engine for show, it's an absolute engineering marvel. It produces around 65 horsepower, which might not sound like a lot, but in a bike that weighs just 160 kilograms, it's more than enough to give you goosebumps. The throttle response is razor sharp, and once you pass 10,000 RPM, the engine note transforms into a mechanical symphony. It's loud, high-pitched, and unlike anything else on the road today. You don't just ride this bike, you conduct it. The transmission is a 6-speed close-ratio gearbox with a quickshifter, and it's buttery smooth. Downshifts are matched perfectly with the slipper clutch, and every gear change feels surgical. The chassis is a lightweight aluminum twin-spar frame with fully adjustable Öhlins suspension front and rear, making it incredibly agile. On the road or the track, the RC166 feels planted, flickable, and totally confidence-inspiring. Braking is handled by dual 320mm Brembo discs up front with radial-mounted calipers, and a single disc at the rear. There's also cornering ABS and traction control, both of which can be adjusted or switched off completely for those who want a pure, unfiltered ride. As for the riding experience, it's raw, it's exciting, and it's absolutely addictive. The bike isn't built for comfort or practicality. This is for riders who love the thrill of the ride, who appreciate mechanical beauty, and who aren't afraid of revving to the moon. Now let's talk price. The 2025 Honda RC166 isn't going to be cheap, and honestly, it shouldn't be. This is a halo product, a celebration of Honda's engineering legacy, and it's being produced in limited numbers. Pricing starts at around $28,000 USD, and depending on customization, special editions, or track packages, it can go well above $30,000. But for collectors, enthusiasts, or anyone who understands what this bike represents, that price feels justified. You're not just buying a motorcycle, you're buying a piece of history re-engineered for the modern age. So, would I recommend the 2025 Honda RC166? Absolutely, but with a caveat. This isn't a beginner's bike, and it's not for daily commuting. This is for the rider who wants something different, something visceral, and something iconic. If you're looking for a machine that turns heads, challenges your skills, and connects you to one of the greatest eras in motorcycle racing, then this bike is for you. Alright, that's it for today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the RC166, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. Would you ride this beast? Or is it better off as a collector's showpiece? Let me know what you think, and as always, ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.